You're listening to the voice of IWA Flip here on Interfed Radio. Welcome to Around the United Nations. With me in studios, as always, Commissioner Scott Anderson. Commissioner, welcome.
Thank you for having me, sir. Good to be back. We're getting this in right under the nose here.
Man, it's been some busy days, man. Let me tell you. But
busy schedule, yeah. I'll take the blame for this one. We were originally scheduled for earlier this week, and I had to cancel. So here we are. Flip's kind enough to take part of his Sunday evening. So we're gonna quick run one out for our UNL fans.
How could we not? I mean, he granted us with a return, and then just takes over again. He just takes over, like
Mr. Rancher. I know. This guy.
Like, just in case
I don't know about this guy.
In case you forgot, that was one of those, like, I'm not gone. It's just, yeah. So let's go over these June 2020 champions, and then we got some new faces here that we got to shout out. We got some good people.
And if I may, I'm sorry, this is going to be a shorter show, but I'm going to take an extra second, and we're halfway through 2020. So shout out to all of you who are listening. Congratulations. You've passed the first 6 levels of Jumanji. We got 6 more to go. Good luck. All right.
Like, you're almost there. Hang in there. All right, here we go. June 2020, league champion. We said it. He's back. Texas Tycoon Richard J. Rancher. TV champion, his buddy, his friend, his pal, Vlexing Vladimir Verkampt. Brazil champion, nice, Double Dutch's TVB. China champion, Solomon Yang. Nice, welcome back to the title page there. Great Britain champion, the Jamaican Vampire. It's a Jamaica man. India champion, Ford Rucker. Ford Rucker's been on fire.
Indeed.
Iran champion from the Battle Royal. Oof. Now, nice. Japan champion, also from the Battle Royal. Valinaria. Look at these guys. Spend that dollar. Shout out to Wes and James. Oh, man. Here we go. Nigeria champion. Another one spending dollars. Everybody's bringing home Battle Royal gold. Ezekiel Crane.
I believe you skipped our Mexico champion, sir.
Oh, my goodness. How could I?
I don't know. He won the Rumble, $3.5 million.
You know what? That's probably why I just looked him over. I was like, that guy has enough money. He can do his own shout-out. Fortune 500, Aaron McFleece, Mexico champion. Russia champion, Timbatsu. Man, the boys are back in town for reals, did it, huh? Look at you guys. United States champion from the Battle Royal, Archie Bushmaster Jones. Nice. Glad to have him back on the title page. These guys said they were going to start taking tags seriously, and here we are. The Assassin and the Pennsylvania Vampire, winners of $24 in UNL credit. Congratulations, AI.
Taking it home.
Nice. Stealing our money. TV Tag Team Champions. Nice. I like seeing these guys tag up. Now, and Valen. 6-man champions. No strangers to the 6-man group either.
Not at all.
Rex, Bufford, and Humongous. TV 6-man champions. Nice. Jacob and Naul and Valen. Check you guys out. Mm-hmm. Doing some work. And our Battle Royal winner, Solomon Yang. So Solomon won the Battle Royal, didn't even get Battle Royal gold. He did his own.
Yeah. He won the Battle Royal and then didn't even need it to get on the title page. Yeah.
Showing off there, Solomon. Showing off. Now, a great cycle. A lot of high averages. No thanks to myself, but yeah, the whole league managed, and I guess you said cycle number 53.
Yeah. So we in the latest UNL in the latest IWA report, UNL was in the top 10, and we had the highest strategy average. In our digital age, it's a little harder to remember that, the July report means that the following cycle is when our 10 free matches for every manager. So cycle 53, everybody can take 10 free matches, which also happens to be a bonus scrub cycle.
Now I'm gonna go out of my. I mean, I hate to. I know we got a short period of time, but I'll tell you like this. There's been times where I've just like mentioned to Kim like UNL highest strategy, and claimed my and claimed my 10 earlier. I don't know if she's just being like, oh damn, IWA Flip, you're such a dumbass. Take the matches anyway. Just forget it. He's not gonna ask for them again. Just give it to him now. But. I'm just saying, I've gotten them early in the past.
Yeah, if you did it this cycle and then not next cycle, I could be wrong, but they would probably honor it. But it's technically the cycle after this week.
Cycle after.
But we do have some good news for this Tuesday. Hopefully everyone saw my reminder. To celebrate our 3-year anniversary, if you take a match deal, at least a match deal, you get three matches for $1.
What?
So your match deal gets you 36 matches and 20 scrubs, and then three matches for every $1 you spend after that.
Sean, I'm gonna go live on air and say I love you, bro, but this cycle I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Ben and Thomas need some wins. Bad. They need some. Oh man.
Happy 3 years to us.
Yay!
It's pretty cool.
Dude, and what bringing in or I guess putting a stamp on the previous 2 years, Texas Tycoon. Way to bring yourself right back in the smack.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
and he won the IWA Elite title.
Oh, nice. So rub it in, why don't you there?
Right. So while this manager has claimed no less than 4 world titles, this is his first elite title. So congratulations to our good friend and the manager of Texas Tycoon, Richard J. Ranger.
I know I've seen it in the past where you shout out like report hitters, or I think Brandon and Sean, or I've seen it in one of the reports. Did we have any other report hitters this past cycle?
No, the tag team champions, Assassin and the Pennsylvania Vampire, were ranked, but did not win World Tag. So they had a non-PPF 516. So still cool. Getting ranked is a nice little touch.
As if we needed. I mean, we've talked, numbers of times about the tag division here. I mean, when Black Mass came over, and they showed that they were. I mean. Yeah, a strong competitor. I mean, it just added to the competition. And now that we get, shout out to manager Jeremy Nace, who's now with AI and helping out the Assassin and Akbar for trying out.
As if Akbar and Assassin weren't winning enough tag titles.
And
already. Now they have two more allies.
Yeah, it just makes them that much. I mean. It's bad enough to have to look after or look out for Akbar, but now when you got to look out for him and the other vampires, it's a mess, bro. It's not cool.
It is not preferable. But hey,
we said it was coming.
Taking names, winning titles.
We said it was coming. We said, look, the boys are back in town, and forgive me, it was the Majesty, the Majestics,
the majority, sir. And
Lord
I will
Brucker.
say, of the 8 members of the majority, all 8 members have titles in the June cycle. So,
Just saying. Just saying. Well,
just saying.
Yeah. Well.
But good times.
Good times. Some good times. Well, someone has just acquired the contracts of our good friends 106 and 107, but. You guys can wait till Thursday to find out who that was.
Oh my! Can I find out on Tuesday instead?
Dude, yeah, I guess. if you want to look at the bulletin that early, who looks at the bulletin the day it comes out? There, Commissioner. Jeez,
Oh, brother.
All
Okay.
right, so we got some free matches coming. We got some
Yep.
anniversary matches. Let's get to this pay-per-view, brother. Man.
Yeah. Well, do we want to talk about our commissioner champions first? Far be it for me to say, but
Ooh, let's do it. I love
we did.
you know what? And I hate to say, are we not going to have we don't have enough time for tournament winners right now, or do we have time?
Are you talking about global tournament time?
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
We could mention who won.
Yeah.
Global tournament winner 46 was Humongous. Global tournament 47 finals, Rex Redwood and TVB. We'll talk a little bit more about our global tournaments when we talk about our pay-per-view.
Nice. All right. Because it's getting closer. I know it's getting closer.
Oh, it is. It is very much so.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into these commissioner champions. We had a discussion right before because we wanted to clear it up. The United Nations League commissioner tags left us with a question to ponder the last time we had a show. And I guess, Commissioner, do you want to clear the air on that?
Sure. I'm not sure if we talked about it on air already, but if the commissioner champions lose, okay, so let's just use an example. In Cycle 50, Naul and Aaron McFleece lost the World Tag titles to the Mongrovian Brawler and Solomon Yang. If you defeated Naul and Aaron McFleece in a non-title match that cycle, you received your title match in Cycle 51. There were a few teams that did that. So just to try and clear it as much as we can, if you beat the champions in a non-title match, you get a title match the following cycle, whether they remain champions or not.
I like that one. Yeah, that should clear the airwaves here in the UNL. So shout out to the commissioner champions for retaining. So we got Solomon Yang and the Mongrovian Brawler are still our commissioner champions.
Correct. And they were not defeated in any non-title matches. So their titles are safe in Cycle 52.
We're coming. We're coming for them, and I want to thank you on air. That list was amazing because now we got the.
Oh, now you can finally. I finally included the list that you asked for like 6 months.
I mean, you know my guys. My guys are just a bunch of sluts. So now it at least gives me other takers to try and win. Yeah, we're gonna get this. We're gonna get that. We're gonna make that. We're gonna make this tag scene just dumb. Like, why are you tagging up with him? He's international.
106, 107.
Got this.
Yeah, I would honestly. I probably already said this before, but I would put our tag division in the top 3 across the IWA. I think of 3 leagues when I think of tag divisions, with a 4th one fast approaching. So,
nice.
I think we're top notch in our tag divisions for sure.
I you know what, and I know shout out to the information station. I know I don't give them enough shout outs. They got some great stats, man. I mean, I was I rarely use this word, but I was literally perplexed. I was like, wow. Yeah,
for sure. You could not shout out the information station enough. Everybody should be on there. Michael does an incredible job. Kudos to him, and I appreciate all that he does. Yeah, it is a beacon of stats.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, posted, I think today or maybe yesterday, yours truly managed to survive in the best of the best tournament. Caleb hasn't beaten me yet.
Ooh, look at you. Look at you.
Yeah, stayed alive. Just like, the John Travolta movie, staying alive. One more cycle.
Now, I mean, you're making that run for the back-to-back.
Yeah, that would be pretty incredible. So I'd like to do it, but I got to win 2. I got to win 2 next cycle, so we'll see. But enough about me. Let's talk about our United Nations champion. Jacob Vandenberg.
Oh. Now
retained.
Can we go? Can we go a little Bronze Age? Just a little.
Yeah, we can't go a little Bronze Age.
I mean, I thought he was gonna bring home the Conqueror. I really did.
He did, but then he lost.
Oh.
He was our quickest reign as Conqueror, but he did not relinquish the title. So he'll always, have that.
So shout out to Jacob for at least having it for a little bit.
Yeah. And he's the next one to get a shot. Just the way it's all worked out, he won it in the special three-way, defended against Winter Gore from the Ladies Revolution Wrestling League, which doesn't have league on the end of it now. Defended against Winter Gore. Winter Gore won last cycle. So then, not this cycle, but the cycle after is when the United Nations champion gets to face the Conqueror. So we'll have like a rubber match of sorts. Jacob will face Winter Gore again.
Nice.
Yeah. So the way that the structure is set up, and we were talking about structure before we got on too. The way the structure is set up, that really shouldn't happen, but it's just the way that it worked out this particular time that the RWL, now the LRW, was up and then facing someone from the UNL and won, and then the UNL is next. And it happens to still be that champion. So I don't expect that to happen very often, but it is kind of a cool, like, back and forth story. So we'll see how that third match plays out.
Yeah, and then, shout out to Winter Gore from the Ladies Revolution, because, I mean, she's a superstar that, I mean, if you don't know enough about her, the less you know, the better. Because next thing you know, you have a voodoo doll made out, and you don't want to go.
Made quite a name for herself over there.
Those damn blood sacrifice. I'm telling you. Well, anyway. Okay,
so
but Jacob is still our champion for now.
Still the United Nations champion. So he retains against Naul, which gets him his rematch for the Conqueror in another cycle. But his next defense is against Solomon Yang. So that'll be, Solomon has come on strong. So I expect it to be a pretty good series.
Now, Commissioner, we all know that Solomon is your friend, so you just decided to give him a title shot at, no?
No, no. I mean, like, hopefully Solomon doesn't view me as, like an enemy, but no, he had the highest strategy average from cycle 49 to 51. So if you have the highest strategy average and you're not managed by the same manager as the champion, you are the next contender.
That's only happened once so far, right?
Correct. With Ranger and Vladimir Verklempt. Yeah. Because, that guy's got to win everything.
Oh, man. You know what? I'm glad. I can't wait for, Sir Hubert to just, get whatever he's doing, whatever, just, all right, shake it off already. You and Ezekiel stop planning this big old shenanigans, and we got some work to do around here, gentlemen. Got ranchers running house, and the majority now, and vampires.
Brave new world, sir.
What about these other two guys? Because we're not going to overlook them. Because I can barely look past his belly. Our Can-Am champion,
Humongous.
Yeah.
Humongous managed to retain against his Black Mass partner, Buford Blackwood, and he will next face TVB.
Oh, that's a match for the ages right there.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. Yeah. I'm digging that one.
And yeah, me too. I'm excited about all these upcoming matches, to be honest. But it's nice to see matches we haven't seen before. We haven't really seen Humongous against TVB and TVB getting a shot at the Can-Am title. It's cool.
Do you think he can you think he'll gain the edge and then tie him up and then dye his beard pink?
He might. I mean, he is into the pink drink dunk tank match.
Yeah, so give him a little. Come on.
You never know.
there's a lot of majority. You know, they're humongous.
That's true.
You know,
That's true.
watch out, watch your back, buddy.
I mean, I know Humongous has Buford Blackwood, but TVB has 7 other members of the majority. So
Dun, dun,
it's
dun.
rough. It's an uphill battle, even for someone as sizable as Humongous.
Yeah.
So, we did have a new international champion to crown. As we've mentioned, Jacob Vandenberg had to vacate that title when he won the United Nations. Valinaria is once again a champion. He won the international title. Marchand La Hitman de Belgium, as talented as he is, and as much as I expect we'll hear from him soon, we didn't have any TT the last few cycles, and he was inactive in cycle 51. So Valinaria became the champion, and his first challenger will be. Everything is like interwoven here right now. Like everything is tying together. The Mongrovian Brawler.
Oh.
So, yeah.
I'm loving it.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So those are our next 3 cycle series.
And again, for anyone that's unfamiliar, I mean, yeah, take a look at the bulletin. The structure is laid out. I know Commissioner, runs it in all the bulletins, so you can see, who's competing against who's, more than likely going to be the next competitor. So pretty easy to track, pretty easy to see, who's getting the shots. I think it's, in my opinion, every league in the Bronze Age just is a well-oiled machine, brother. I mean, there's little hiccups here and there, but I think you guys as a whole just, managed to get through that, the little hiccup without with all fairness,
without a detour of too big of a degree. Yes. Yeah. What can I say? If you don't peruse all the bulletins like I do, there is a quick interview with yours truly in the NAL bulletin. I was the guest on the Between Two Bulletins segment, and I did shout out the Bronze Age as one of my 2 favorite things, or 2 biggest accomplishments that I've had in the IWA. Shout out to you and Sean and Brandon. It's tremendous, and I think that our 3 leagues are offering something that very few places are offering. So that's how I see it.
I agree. Now, before we forget him, I know he's got such an ugly face, but gotta shout him out anyways. Our television champion.
Oh, I don't think Excavador is ugly. I think he's got like a ruggedly handsome look to him.
Well, every time I see him, I think
a bit of a scowl, maybe, but
I think I'm looking at a mirror. I'm like, well, God damn, this guy fucking shave that head. Like, cut your hair, you son of a.
But he did retain the television title once again, so creating a bit of a lengthy reign here. Yeah,
got one over on a dead rabbit.
Walter McGinn, yeah. So for those who don't know, unlike our other singles titles, the television title is defended in a 1 match every cycle, as provided that the champion doesn't win the Battle Royal. It's defended against the Battle Royal winner the next cycle. So the person that Excavador will next defend against is Solomon Yang.
Solomon getting himself.
And I just want to point out, that although Excavadora has come on very strong, it's a pick-em between him and Solomon. Could go either way. If Solomon manages to win, and he manages to win the United Nations title, he could be our first ever 3-belt holder at once.
Ooh,
because you can't hold Can-Am and International along with United Nations.
Yeah, we found that out. We found that out
as we found out with Jacob. Yep, who had a year-long reign as international champion. But you could be one of those 3 plus television plus world tag, and we've never had somebody hold those simultaneously. So, just a little fun factoid that I like those kind of things. So maybe somebody else likes it too.
You talk about people coming and getting themselves out of the shadow of a predecessor or out of the what is it, the student
mentor.
over
A
Right, right, right.
leader, a mentor. Yeah.
Yeah. So Solomon has definitely managed to get out of the shadow of Mr. Crane.
I think over the last few cycles, we have seen a meteoric rise of Solomon Ying, and I think he's going to be a player. He's going to be a contender these next 6 months of 2020.
Yeah,
Everyone would
agreed.
be wise to take into account the possibilities. Oh, my goodness. It just occurred to me. I hadn't thought about it. At the pay-per-view, here I'm going to segue into the pay-per-view. At the pay-per-view, Solomon Ying will take on Excavadora. And in Cycle 52, they're gonna battle for the TV title. Boom. Awesome. That's how you say that's awesome.
Yeah.
So our pay-per-view, Global's Greatest 3, will take place August 25th. And already mentioned, one of the matches taking place will be Solomon Ying versus Excavadora. They have been building quite a rivalry, attacks back and forth. Unfortunately, we're going to cap this show off pretty quick, so I'm not going to go into all the detail of the trash talk, but thank you to everyone who is consistently submitting trash talk. It is not unnoticed. So that's a good way to kick off our pay-per-view talk. Sir, do you want to tell about our next match? You have your bulletin open. I can do the next one. I'll do the next one. You get number 3. Double Dutch 2000, members of the Majority, will take on the Mershan Hitmen. Now, in the bulletin, it says Hitman, but that wouldn't be very fair to have a 2-on-1. It will be the Hitmen.
I was going to say, you're going to grant him the 2-on-1.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't grant 106 and 107, huh?
Yeah. But have you not seen this? Did you see who Rex Redwood is going to fight at Global's Greatest?
I'm peeking at it right now. Nice. You're gonna grant it.
It's gonna be a 2-on-1.
Finally, fairness.
To take on both members of the associates.
Well, I mean, I he wanted a victim. Yeah, I forgot to sign it one cycle. I signed it the next cycle, and it was actually the cycle where I just happened to have a title, so I gave him a free title shot, and he still kicked my ass, but he didn't win the belt.
Okay.
But so I can't beat him. It's not going to happen. So 2-on-1, yeah, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Now I'll say it like this live on air. I'm going to make it a match because I'm only going to probably flow the bottom 5. So at least like that, it's just a little advantage.
Okay.
So,
I mean, if I were you, I'd flow the front 10. But
oh no, that would be too much of a killer. Yeah, that wouldn't. Yeah.
That's a 2-on-1, sir.
But Rex Redwood's just so much of an animal. I wanted to, I want to just show how much of a beast this guy is.
But speaking of trash talk, if you have not been reading Rex Redwood's stuff, please do yourself a favor. It's awesome. The last few cycles, he has really hit it out of the park. It's some of my favorite stuff going on right now. So please, I encourage you, if you enjoy good character arc, as we've talked about before, Rex Redwood is red hot right now.
Nice. Yeah, I've been a fan of his since I think when Wes and James started their GNL, and I started hearing about all the shenanigans that he. Oh man, yeah, his crew over there went nuts. So shout out to I'm glad he's back in full swing, because I mean not that they weren't in full swing with Black Mass, because they've already proven to us that they meant business. But.
Absolutely. So another interesting match that we have coming up is Ezekiel Crane and Walter McGinn taking on Valinaria and Vladimir Verkempt. I see like 4 pretty power hitters there.
Yeah, that one's...
particularly the feud has been brewing between Ezekiel Crane and Valinaria. Ezekiel Crane's been pretty, underhanded, believe it or not. I know that's a stretch outside of his character, but he's been a little bit underhanded, and it does not surprise me that he would only agree to a tag team match and not a singles match.
Well, you know what? I mean, when you pull a stunt like that, I mean, it's going to raise some eyebrows. You're going to, have people, the trust factor is just a little bit shaky. You don't just stand up after. Like, come on, Ezekiel. What
I
would you
he pulled the wool over all of our eyes.
So I think this reaction from the crowd and from the other people in the league is natural. It's like, let's see where he goes with this, because if he's going to have to actually fight, I'm wondering what kind of a fighter he is.
Right. Yes. I think this match will be telling. We'll see how much he's involved in this tag team match.
Because I'm thinking powder and like brass knuckles in the boots. I'm thinking
none of that would surprise me. Yeah.
Yeah.
There'll be no fair play here.
No. Not from Crane.
No. Sneaky style. Yeah. And then we have our main event. Did you see how many free matches the winner of this main event's going to get?
Ridiculous, by the way.
120 free matches.
Ridiculous.
To the winner of our Global Gauntlet match. All the winners of global tournaments, aforementioned, from 33 to 48 will participate. Each additional tournament win gets you a half a point advantage, which actually has come into play in the past. Somebody won on a half point advantage. So if you are a trash talker, you will also get a shot at the United Nations Championship. It'll be a triple threat. The person who earned it with the highest strategy average will get their shot, but they will also be facing the winner of the Global Gauntlet match.
Nice. Now, anytime you mention that, you have to give credit to the origins of
to TVB.
You
first gauntlet match, and then petitioned to get a title match for his win.
Yep.
And we saw the wisdom in that, and granted.
Shout out to TVB.
Yes, absolutely.
The TVB clause.
If we want to really dive into some interesting history, he won the first gauntlet match, received a title match. The following year, he was the champion, and the winner of Global Gauntlet 2 faced him along with his other challenger.
Yep. So
he
lost. Yeah.
So
that was the irony.
Came back to bite him, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. This year, so far, TVB has not won a global tournament. His last chance will be Global Tournament 47. He is in the finals against Rex Redwood.
Ooh.
So 3 wins so far.
Go for the legs.
What?
I said go for the legs.
Go for the legs. 3 wins so far for Marchand La Hitman de Belgium.
What?
And Jacob Vandenberg. Very, very impressive to win 3 tournaments in a single year. So shout out to both of those men. 2 wins so far for Aaron McFleece. And now also Humongous. So each of those gentlemen will get a half a point added to their strategy total. So far with 1 win, Bill Cutting, Richard J. Rancher, and Akbar. So I think this is the lowest number of competitors that we've had in a gauntlet match, but we still have 2 more tournaments to be added. And there will be an 8th competitor because either Rex or TVB will join these 7 illustrious competitors. So we will have at least 8 in that main event.
I say it all the time, brother. If you like tournaments and you're not here, yeah. I mean,
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. And you talk about like, all right, cool. Even the playing field, even competition. You only got 2 fighters here. How much more, down to the nitty gritty do you want, brothers? I mean, come get some. Get some.
As Nacho Libre would say, let's get down to the nitty gritty.
I love it.
I love that movie. So, before we close this up, would it be okay if we talked briefly about some Bronze Age events?
Most definitely.
Most definitely. Cool. So Commissioner Madden was heading up our Clash of the Bronze Age. Big shout out to him for running this event. We are down to our final 2 6-man teams. This cycle, the 2 teams facing off in the, would you call it the semifinals, I guess, are Warblaze, Betty Sue Blood, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Vexing Vladimir Verkempt from, our very own UNL, facing off against Foxwoman Santana, Liberty Monroe, and Jacob Vandenberg.
I'm going with that team. I got a gut feeling. I mean, you got the legendary Foxwoman. You got Liberty Monroe from the Rebellion,
IWA World Women's Champion.
Wow, and you got former Bronze Conqueror, current UNL. Yeah, I'm going with that. I'm going with that team.
Whichever team wins, those 3, the winning team has to then face each other in a triple threat match the following cycle for, get this, $50 in IWA credit.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
For a $1 buy-in, $50 in IWA credit. So
nice.
Shout out to that. But not to be outdone, our next big event, it's been teased for months, is Crossover Collision 3. We will have this is on me. We'll finally get some details this cycle, how that's going to run. You'll have a couple cycles to enter the big main event match, but then there will also be some special challenge matches.
Ooh,
and that's your teaser for Tuesday. Unless you're flipping, then you'll see it Thursday.
When I wake up. Oh, nice. Oh, I love it. I'm loving it. One cheap interfed plug.
Yeah.
Shout out to the UNL. Good luck in the Guerra de Campeones.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Do you want to? I'm not sure if all of our listeners are familiar. Do you want to take just a minute to kind of go over that? Because I think it's an awesome event that you run.
Oh yeah, no, it and actually shout out to some of the UNL managers who actually brought it to my attention. It's like, hey, are you running that this year? And last minute, I was like, hey, if everyone wants to do it, let's try it. Let's see how many teams we can get. And Commissioner, I kid you not, I never expected. Shout out to Wade, who put together a few teams from, the other side of the IWA spectrum that I really never, had a chance to interact with. And we managed to bring 10 teams into this event.
Is that the most teams you've had for this event?
Yes, by far.
Yeah. Awesome.
Each team has 6 unique managers. No manager can be on a separate team.
Yeah. So I just want to point out, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I just think this is amazing. You have 60 unique managers in this event.
Yes.
That's incredible. Shout out to you, sir. Okay,
no,
so go ahead. Be quiet now.
So,
you go ahead.
Oh yeah, no. It's been a blast just getting everybody, synced and on the same page. And again, shout out to, I'm not going to take, all the credit, because I've had, a bunch of managers help me, gather the different groups. And the first couple teams have scored, and believe it or not, Team BBL put up an astonishing 2,966. The way it works is we just add up everybody's total, and obviously highest score wins. So we got 4 teams in the bronze that are competing, and then we got 1 more in the jade that'll be the final team scoring, which is I think Global Championship League or something like that. So
yeah. And shout
out to 2966
Global...
UNL. That's the score to beat.
Yeah, that's the score to beat. And I was like, that sounds really high. That is an average of 494.3.
Oh, yes.
That's a tall mountain to climb. So, yeah, definitely shout out to the BBL. They brought it. Kudos.
Oh man. So yeah, it's a fun little event. We're gonna do $25 credit to the winner, winning team, just similar to the the Clash of the Bronze. Winning team gonna fight it out at the end and go for the little credit that we're gonna give out to the winner. So
Nice. Okay, so yeah, just to make sure I understand and everybody understands, if say the BBL wins, then the next cycle coming up, those 6 will compete to win the $25 in credit.
yep.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
the following cycle, that the league that wins the first round will compete for the $25 credit.
So even though I love UNL and I am the commissioner of the UNL, I ended
Uh
up on the Nightmare Dimension team.
I
So
wasn't gonna say.
really
That's why I was
hope
kind
the
of
Nightmare
stuttering. I was
Dimension
kind of stuttering.
wins.
I was like, he's not even on this team. Well, should I keep going? Should I
Not
keep
my own team.
going? Oh,
So good luck, UNL, and good luck to the Nightmare Dimension team. I wouldn't be disappointed if they won. But we'll see. We'll see how that all pans out.
oh man, just more IWA fun. Like I said, shout out to the Bronze Age for making this a great place to play, and like I said, just trying to keep things going around this place. All right,
Yes, sir.
Commissioner, is there any other thing you want to get on this show? I know we went a little longer than we wanted, but
That's
we all
okay. Yeah, hey, if we can get this in like what, 40 minutes?
yeah.
I think for us, a 30-minute plan with a 40-minute total, I think we did good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get more into the trash talk. Like I said, I want to make sure we, kind of do like a recap review on the trash talk show because
Absolutely.
definitely deserve that as well. But Commissioner, we're going to go ahead and sign this one off. Good luck to everybody this Tuesday, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care.